to another lady, one of the most enduring and popular performers in music history, Suzi Quatro, a true rock and roll pioneer. She's been touring Australia for decades. Now she's announced her final trip down under. I spoke to Suzi in her adopted hometown, London.
Hang on.
Only you could say, where's the green room?
Where's the green?
It's all green.
That's my sense of humor.
It's all green. Well, that's Kensington Palace up there.
I know, it's beautiful scenery here.
It's wonderful. 50 years in the business is quite a milestone.
I know.
I mean, you started when you were
14. 14. I'm 64 now, there's no secret.
It's a hell of a ride, isn't it?
It's the only ride I ever wanted to go on.
And we've been on that ride with Suzi since she burst onto the music scene in the mid-70s. The songs are part of our DNA, really, aren't they? I mean, Can McCann's had 6 million hits in the last few years.
It's crazy.
Can you explain that to me, please?
Because it's good. It did something, Can McCann. It was a woman out there with a leather jumpsuit and a bass guitar, being in the rock and roll band, you know, and being the leader of the rock and roll band. Hadn't been done. It's just kind of like, oh my God, what's that? And it was me.
Suzi's been performing for most of her life. She played drums with her dad's jazz band and for several years was in a group with her sisters.
I came from a musical family, and my dad put the professional work ethic in me. This is my job, this is what I do. So come alive, come alive, down in Devil Drive. Suzi Quatro paved the way for many women in rock and roll. Just don't compare her to the latest crop of female singers. Well, you were out there before Madonna, before Cyndi Lauper, before Katy Perry, before Rihanna, before I mean, you were a trailblazer. Did you feel like that at the time? But those are all just singers. I'm a musician. I'm a rock and roll musician who sings rock and roll. This had never been done, and I find it hard to even think of anybody who is exactly like me now. Whatever you need, baby, you got it for me.
She was born in Detroit, Michigan, has lived in Britain for over 40 years, but loves to call Australia her home away from home.
This feels right to give Australia the honor of my first in the world final tours. It comes to Australia first. And don't even get me started. Can you see my eyes going already?
But then you'll come back for the encore.
In life, we always hope we have an encore. You better let
Yes, Suzi's final Australian tour, how about that? Kicks off in February. All the dates and details are on our website, tickets at Ticketek, as you would expect.